If you have ever asked yourself, am I asking for too much? I want you to stay for a moment, because most of the time that question is not coming from you. I've noticed something about a lot of women that I talk to, and honestly about myself too in certain points in my life. We don't usually feel too much right away. It actually creeps in our life. It starts after a few conversations with certain people where you get that kind of a feeling that you haven't been heard hard, like they didn't hear you quite well. And after a few moments where you needed clarity but you seem to not get it enough. And in situations like you express something so gently, but somehow even that gently felt like you're doing too much. So instead of questioning those people and those situations where you felt like that, you actually start questioning yourself. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. You are not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong people. First, we need to start from the beginning and how this feeling of disbelief actually starts to develop. No one wakes up one morning and just say, oh my God, I'm too much for the people, like I ask for too much. You feel like you're a burden. It actually is built very slowly through your life and situations that you find yourself in. For instance, we have all been in situations where we needed a bit more reassurance, and some of those people in those situations just brush you off. When you're asking for people to be more consistent, that they stick with the things that they should be doing, and somebody told you just relax, don't worry about it. And in situations when you ask for honesty, somehow it turns out to be problem. You are the problem. So that's how this feeling actually develops by time and by situations similar to these. And you kind of adapt to it, you became coexistent with it. So eventually you're gonna stop bringing things up. You're gonna learn from those situations to not ask things like that. And somehow you're saying to yourself, I need to be low maintenance. You have been high maintenance, which is not true, by just asking these things and just expecting these things from people. Because you have this big feeling that you are a huge burden to people, and you're asking these impossible things, which should be by nature between people. Honestly, why should we ask somebody to reassure us about things like that? Because we lose trust over time in people, and we got hurt over time, and years of experience have taught us differently. And we all over time forget that what actually we were asking for was normal. Now that we know the definition of how this feeling starts to develop, we should talk about what too much actually means. And here's the part that we actually as a society don't acknowledge enough. Wanting effort from people is not too much. Wanting somebody to show up consistently is not too much. Wanting emotional safety is not too much. These cannot be more basic. But when somebody cannot meet you there and meet these expectations, your needs start to feel heavy, and that's not because they are heavy. It's because they are landing on somebody who does not have the capacity to do them. And instead of that person admitting that they cannot carry those things, you start carrying those things. And I believe every one of us has been in a situation where we have been surrounded with wrong kind of people, where you have to ask questions like, how do I say this without upsetting them? Or how do I ask for less? And how do I make this easier for them? So in a way, you are managing their comfort and their capacity, instead of just being yourself and just say, okay, this is not for me, this doesn't work, and just be honest to yourself. I'm sorry to say this, but by the time you are getting smaller as a person, not quieter, not shy person and stuff. No, you are getting smaller. And let me tell you why shrinking yourself and your needs is not going to bring you any peace in the future. A lot of women think that if they ask for less, their life is going to be easier, it's going to be peaceful, it's going to be so much calmer. But it does not. It will create low-level anxiety, constant self-checking, and a feeling that you are somehow disconnected from yourself. Because you are betraying yourself and your beliefs and things that you need in your life just to keep a peace with this person that doesn't care about you at all, honestly, if they are not willing to meet you or discuss things like that. So what are you keeping? What peace? The peace that requires you giving up on your personality and who you are is not peace at all. And for all of you there who are advising your friends, family, I don't know, anybody that being easier is going to fix their life and they're going to be in a better situation, please stop that. They don't need to be easier when it comes to loving somebody. They don't need to be easier when it comes to explaining the needs that they have. Less emotional, less expressive, and less honest. The right person will not experience your needs as a pressure. They will experience it as information. And they will not make you feel like love is something that you will earn by being quiet and being convenient to them. And I always say that when you find yourself in situations like this and you're not 100% sure what you're feeling, pay attention to your body. Your body is never going to lie to you. Notice how you feel when you're surrounded with certain type of people. Are you calm, or you're constantly on the edge and bumping your leg? Do you feel open, expressing the feelings and expressing your opinions, or you're feeling more guarded, like you're scared to say anything? And do you feel like you are truly yourself, or you are acting like somebody else, like you're expressing your fake self? Your body is so honest, and it's going to be so honest with you, because somehow I have learned that my mind is the only thing that will never lie to me. And if you're constantly leaving conversations feeling guilty or feeling confused or feeling heavy, that's not because you did something wrong. That's actually the data in your mind. And sometimes you are definitely not the issue. It's the environment and it's the people that you are surrounded with. You are never too much for the certain type of people, and that's your kind of people. The people who can generally accept you for who you are, and they're never gonna ask you to be less. In the right place, you are never going to feel dramatic for expressing yourself. You will never feel needy because you're asking for some kind of effort, and you will not feel guilty when you are taking off a bit of space in the group of people. And I want to give you one piece of advice. Please stop trying to be understood by the people who cannot meet you in the same place that you are. I know we will maybe meet somebody that we clicked on the first, and they're very good friends, and they feel like they might be there for you and stuff. But if that does not happen in the future, and they are not consistent with it, I think the hardest lesson is realizing that not everybody is capable meeting you emotionally. And that doesn't make that person a bad person, but that also does not mean that you should start explaining yourself to them. You do not need to be understood by everybody around you. You just need to stop abandoning yourself. And if you're taking one thing from this, take this one. You are not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong people. And trust me, the moment you stop shrinking yourself to fit in certain places, you will be better. Your life will get better, trust me, because we are not meant to shrink for anybody. God made us the way we are, and we should not be pushed into places that we do not belong to. I hope some of you will get something good from this video, and if you know somebody who might benefit from it, please share it to them. And as always, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Till the next time, salam.